Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Stellaris in the Empire of Dragonia. In the last episode, we made first contact with the Democratic Khazar planets. They are in a bad situation. They only have one single system within their space, just their home planet. If they have wormhole technology, they can definitely jump down here. If they have warp, they might be able to. I don't know warp well enough to know whether they can get down there or not. Obviously, no matter what, they can expand up this way, depending on what they have. But the point is that they are in a bad shape. They actually are kind of similar to us. They're fanatical individualists and materialists, whereas we are materialists and fanatic individualists, I believe. Yeah. No, we're fanatic, materialist, individualist. Got that reversed. I'm a little tired. I've been staying up way too late playing the game. Anyway. We are building our very first colony fleet. Or colony ship, I should say. And we're going to send them here, which I ended up renaming to Bahamut, since none of my patrons has taken advantage of it yet. This is how the priority naming works, folks. I'll reserve something for you, but if you don't take advantage of it, it's going to go away. So, anyway, we are going to be colonizing this planet Drakenfels. I looked around at the planets that are available, and I think that this is the best one to start out with. And the main reason, even though it's not that big, we'll be able to put down and immediately, well, not immediately, but eventually get some pretty good adjacency bonus without doing any shenanigans. And there's only a few tiles blocked, so there's a lot of good space. All of these tiles have stuff. Whereas this world, which is substantially larger, there's a lot of good tiles there too, but look at all of these tile blockers. They would really, really hamper growth. Plus, I can't put the colony ship down someplace and then leave it there and eventually upgrade it and get an adjacency bonus. I think that this might be one of the, these two spots are probably the best. The reason is because we wouldn't get any adjacency bonus with the research tiles. So we want to put our ship down someplace where we would eventually be able to get adjacency bonus. We could land there, but then we'd lose out on this physics research, and I'm not sure that I want that. So I think that these two tiles are probably the best. Because there we'd, we've got these research tiles. Here we've got these research tiles. Could go here, but again, we've got research, so this is just not that great of a planet for early colonization, I think. And we don't know anything about this this world yet. We did survey this, and this one might not be too bad, but part of it is considering where our neighbors are and everything like that, and that other world just has a lot of good undeveloped tiles to begin with. And similarly, this would probably be the best place to land here, but so we may look at this as our second colony. We'll see. We've got to take care of this void cloud before we can do anything. One other thing that I'm doing, I am making a running list of names that people have suggested, so I really appreciate that. One thing that I am going to do is... I lost the name on this, apparently. This is the colony drop strike force, of course. And leader-wise, unyielding or gate speed and aggressive. Alright. Larian, you are going to be someone else. Let's see. Actually, I mean, ship hull points are pretty good too. But this new admiral has 2 stars, and that's pretty nice. Fire rate, I think, might be a little bit better. Evasion and speed is also a little bit better. Let's see if anyone asked for a general. Should have done this off camera, but I forgot. I think someone did. Let me double check. Well, for now, Ardenkel. There we go. Alright. So we'll put Larian back in charge of the Colony Drop Strike Force. And I have also gone through and I'm going to name ships after anyone who comments. That's the way that the ship names are going to work. Because they're going to get destroyed pretty quickly, especially these Corvettes. And I think that's just a good way of handling it. We do have a bit more in the realm of resources, so we can have our construction ship do something. Let's see what's available here. Any high-value targets? Not really. No high-value targets in any of this. There's a lot of energy here, but they're all 2. I'm not liking that all that much. I might want to jump down here and get that research. So one thing to keep in mind with all of these stations, though, is let's see, where is it? Which one is it? And I'm not going to rename these. That would be too many. So they all have a maintenance of 1 energy credit. So each one you build has a maintenance of 1 energy credit. So essentially, this world, this will give us a net of 1, which is kind of unfortunate. But again, with all these minerals, while we want minerals, each of those takes 1. So if right now, if I built the energy collecting station here, that would only offset 1 of these 2, and the others would have to come out of other stuff. But considering what we, what we've already got, I think it, well, we've got a bit of a positive, so yeah, let's go get the research first. I think research is going to be a little bit more important long term. Oh, that's the continental world. All right, no, we're not going to do that yet. All right, let's go get the power. Build a mining station. Okay. So let's bump it back up to fast speed. We've got our science ship Cave Carrot analyzing. One thing that I noticed is that this is the fleet name, and I was failing to name the actual ship itself. So it is the Cave Carrot in the Cave Carrot fleet. So we've got that. And in this case, same thing. Which makes me wonder if it's cheaper or faster to have 2 ships work on stuff. I don't know. Alright, so we've got Ocean World here. We've got that continental world that we eventually want to settle. There is some research there available. So, again, this would basically pay for itself, and we'd get one mineral out of that. But it is an ocean world. On the other hand, probably don't need to hold those around for later colonization to a great extent. Alright, so let's go. We need to build more ships as well, but we are building our first colony ship, and that's going to take a little while. Let's go ahead and bump up the speed even more, so we can get this colony ship out quickly.
Debris analyzed.
Alright, so these are the Placid Leviathans. We've got debris analyzed. We've analyzed the debris in Voon. Mining drone laser plus 10% progress, and nanocomposite materials plus 10% progress. Plus 10 points of physics research and 5 points of engineering research. Pretty nice. Now, one thing I have going on in my off-screen game is I am getting a crap ton of the society research. So ideally, I kind of want to keep these fairly balanced. So on our main planet, I'm probably going to be looking at, like, this one. I may not go with the thing that gives us engineering research. I may go with one of the others and just use this as a kind of a balance. Same thing with that. On the other hand, we would get more total because, well, do we have, let's see. Yeah, being a materialist, I am getting plus 10%, so actually that might be better to stick with what's primary. At least for now, actually. That's probably a good idea. If we start becoming unbalanced, then I may want to shake it up a bit. There's quite a few placid leviathans flittering around. We're not going to go after them just yet, though.
Debris analyzed.
Okay. So we got plus 10% on nuclear missiles and plus 5 points in physics and engineering. That's pretty good. Now, I do have enough money to build some more, but might want to hold off on too much, simply because I want to build some more combat ships. Ideally, I'd like to get up to like 300 power. Not sure if I'm going to be able to do that, but going after this group is not going to be easy. They were, I believe, 204. Now, we could just leave them there for quite a while, but that is research that we could be taking advantage of. So, let's see. There are some minerals that we could take advantage of, and getting more minerals would be good. We're getting plus 12. Alright, yeah, let's go ahead and just do that. We'll get those minerals there. And our science ship. Let's see. Do we have any more? No, we don't. We've got 4 out of 8 of the habitable worlds surveyed. Well, we could just go survey some right away. You're set to passive. Good. Okay. Go survey this system. We'll immediately start getting some of those taken care of. Comet sighted. A small celestial object with pronounced gaseous and particulate tails was recently observed in the Io's Eye system. Its passing was uneventful. Acknowledged. So, this is kind of an in-joke because comets in Crusader Kings 2 and Europa Universalis 4 are all bad, and in fact, the in-joke in at least, I think, Europa Universalis 4 is that people were complaining that there was just like the one option of, you know, comet sighted, bad thing. They're like, we want more options, so they put in more bad options. But since we're in the space age, we're in space, comet sighted. Its passing was uneventful. Acknowledged. You can actually get some influence out of that. I'm not sure which ones give that to you, but since we are a fanatic materialist, we just get, okay, whatever. I love it. Okay, so we've got the crystalline entities there. Those are the ancient mining drones. So we'll start scanning here.
Complete.
Oh. That actually has a specific name. I wonder if that's going to be something. Alright. So we've got our first colony ship. I'm not going to rename them because they're going to disappear right away. So let's go ahead and get colonizing on Drakenfels. Alright, so I was going to go for this tile. There we go. So our very first colony is about to take form. Now we also, well, let's see. How are the surface? How are we doing? All right, we still have available space. So once we're working on like the last person, then I'll probably start clearing some of these out. I'll probably start with that one. Okay, Robin has completed mining station. Oops. So with our colony ship out there, we are getting quite a bit of extra ship maintenance, and we'll get a lot of extra cost on establishing the colony. So you want to have you want to make sure that you have stuff available. Ah, we've detected the presence of a primitive alien civilization on Jurg Padun. They have entered the early steam age, and there is clear evidence that they are beginning to make use of both vehicles and early factories powered by steam engines. We should consider building an observation post above their world to study them more closely. Interesting. Alright, so we've actually encountered our first primitive civilization. This guy is unemployed. I don't know why they don't move him onto one of these other tiles. He is reptilian, individualistic, xenophile, materialist, talented, rapid breeders, continental preference. Oh, these guys are going to make for good vassals. They got a pretty big planet, too. It's unfortunate that they have a continental world preference. But, we may want to establish a frontier outpost there, because that will claim that system. That might be a good thing. Let's see what we can do. Well, let's see. What's up here? A tropical world. I may just want to run out to these things. Actually, you know what? Let me create a new fleet. Take this ship out, and for good measure, we'll put Ardenkel here. And you are just going to move through these so that we can see if there are any habitable worlds. And then come home. And that is because, since we can't colonize this one. Now, if we could colonize the desert world, that would be different. But it is unfortunate that that they have a continental preference. There's a space amoeba there, but we're just warping out.
Research complete.
Yeah. Okay. And we've got some research complete. Doctrine space combat. Naval capacity plus 10%. Excellent. Let's see what else we have available. Azurius has military speed, so we could get some more reactive formations, more naval capacity. Although border range, I think, might be the better thing. Let's get that. We want that. The first Dragon Colony. Our colony ship has gently touched down at the mouth of a large river delta on one of the several continents that can be found on Camelot. You just renamed the planet on me. Again. Now that shouldn't happen. Alright, well, we'll go rename it. Although on the other hand, maybe I'll save Drakenfels for another world, because Camelot! I had conquests of Camelot! We'll go with it. We'll stick with Camelot. It's only a model. This temperate forested region will serve as an ideal first landing site. The ship has been permanently converted into the administrative headquarters of the new settlement. Well, permanently is kind of, in quotes there. We can move it, sort of. You can move it by converting it into a different building entirely, and then building a new, essentially, colony dropship headquarters thing somewhere else. The ship has been permanently converted into the administrative headquarters of the new settlement, and its reactor core is in the process of being removed so that it may serve as the colony's temporary power source. Hundreds of smaller tents and prefab shelters have sprung up around the former starship's massive hull as colonists begin to disembark in large numbers. The first Dragon City on an alien world. A great day for the Empire of Dragonia, and we get 60 engineering research out of that. That's pretty nice. Now, if we had established the colony right here, it would be we'd have a very tiny bubble, initially. So right now, our hardy pioneers are establishing a foothold on this planet. This process costs 8 power each month, and 8 energy credits, and will take approximately 13 months to complete. So, I think I'm not sure if the time is related to our, slow breeders. Oh yeah, species. Nah, it doesn't seem to. Anyway, so here we can also take a look at our other, the other creatures that we've encountered. We've got our primitives here. Talented, leader skill levels +1. Rapid breeders, growth time plus, what, 10%? Minus 10%. They're rapid breeders, and they are nomadic. So they're going to spread fairly quickly. But we may be able to get an alliance with them. Did I establish an embassy with them? I can't zoom out that way. Let's go ahead and do that. I mean, they're kind of like us, so erudite explorers. You know, I mean, they could make a good ally, or perhaps a vassal. These guys will make a decent vassal. Those are the crystalline entities, which we're not going to be able to take out for quite a while. Alright, Robin has finished some construction there.
Research complete.
Okay, orbital energy conversion unlocks module, solar panel network. Alright, let's see what else we can get. So we've got 60 out of the 600 required for mining drone lasers, but probably pass on that. We could go for the gravitic sensors, or we could go for the Power Plant 2 or Betharian Power Plant 2 option. But we do have Voidcraft research, so we may want to go for that, although deflectors might be pretty good too. I think we'll go for the gravitic sensors for now, simply because he'll get it faster, and actually, you know what? Let's actually swap you guys around a little bit. Now, you only have experience gain plus 15%, but I think getting deflectors might be a little bit better right now. Get some shields for our ships. Speaking of, we don't really have anything yet, so we can't really improve our ships. We've got enough power coming out of these, and we don't have any better lasers. Okay, let's see. Nothing habitable out here. Nothing habitable out here. And nothing habitable here. Okay. There's an Arctic world there. Got a crystalline entity there. There is a continental world here. Okay. Not sure if that would be close enough to get that. It's definitely not close enough to connect up here. We'll need to look for more continental worlds for that. Have we been here? No, we have not been there. Alright. Let's actually go up there. We have been there. And then come home.
Anomaly found.
Okay, we found an anomaly. We are receiving a weak signal from the surface of this planet. The source appears to be some kind of tracking beacon. It's a level 1 anomaly, but we might want to wait for Grigory to become a higher level before we get that, because that's a 15% chance of failure. Let's leave it be for now. We'll see if he gets some levels before we do that. Speaking of, let's see. Close that out. Got a void cloud here. Nothing there, though. There were some... Here, there's a level 2 there. Wasn't there another one somewhere? There's a level 1 there. It's still a 15% risk. Alright, so we'll just see... Let's actually see how he is doing on experience. He's actually getting pretty close. Needs only 100 more, so we'll just keep having him survey. Alright, so we've finished surveying this system. There's not a whole lot in it. That's not too bad. That's good. It's fairly efficient. There was a continental world here, but a crystalline entity, so we don't want to do that. Let's go up here and survey this system. On the habitable world survey, we're at 6 out of 8. Man, so many crystalline entities. Some of these are pretty tough. This one has an Arctic world. Never mind. Oops. The birth of space piracy. Parasitic elements always flock to new markets, seeking to cut into profits at the expense of those doing honest business. Space has proven no different. Several underground criminal organizations on Draconis have expanded their operations into space by converting a small fleet of civilian freighters into warships. The outlaws call themselves the Regulators, and their ships have started menacing the civilian shipping lanes. We should act quickly before the situation gets out of hand. The trade must flow! Alright, where do we know of them? Let's avoid cloud. Is that showing up here? No? I'm not sure where that's going to be. It's Placid Leviathan. Well, they spawned somewhere. We're just going to end up having to go look for them. But we are going to want to be a little bit more powerful before we do that too much. Speaking of, actually, I can make more. So let's go ahead and do that. Actually, what we should do is start with the solar panel network. That negates the energy cost of a space station. Or does it not actually have one? I thought it did. Either way, you get 3 energy credits out of it, so that's pretty good. After that, we want to build a bunch of corvettes. I think that's a little bit more important if we're going to go after these guys. And start taking out some of the hostile alien life forms that we've discovered. There's an alien vessel here. Alright, that's another void cloud. Although... Oh, Kappa aliens. I think some there are definitely some bugs in the game. I think that might be one of them right there. I actually saw a placid Leviathan wandering around in my other game that was a it was showing up as a ship of one of these primitive civilizations, so that was a little bit weird.
Hostile fleet detected. If alien hostile encountered
Whoa.
station under attack.
Shoot.
Situation log updated.
Alright, we've encountered some form of alien vessels in the Sarga system. That's another thing that I don't like, is that it's a little bit weird on its pausing. I wish it would pause and stay paused until you actually unpause it. So we've got Lambda aliens. Pirate fleet from the Regulators have been detected on a direct course to the Patreon 2 system. Alright, so they are over here attacking that. Fortunately, let's see, can I tell what they've got? Not really, this is going to be tough. They're going to go after this and they're going to take it out, for sure. Robin is running, which is reasonable. Yeah, they're almost certainly gonna take out these guys. Okay, you are coming in. Good. You can come in from there. Yeah, they're gonna blow up these, which is gonna waste us some minerals. Well, maybe not. Maybe I'll get there in time. Probably not. Nope. Grigory has gained a level. Let's close that out. Let's close that out. I'll take a quick break from that and see what failure risk of 7%. Yeah, let's go with that. We'll go research that. Alright, so we do have a bit of a leg up on them already. Okay, good. Alright, we're taking them out. We did lose one.
Colony established. Situation log updated.
Okay, so there we go. And we managed to do it before they were able to take out our mining station. That's excellent. Let's get you guys back here. Why were you not in command? Did I screw something up? I think I might have screwed something up. Alright, well, both of them will come back. Robin... Probably going to want to get some more... Well, want to get more minerals if possible. There aren't any there. There are some here. Set you to passive. Go build a mining station there. Okay, so our very first colony is finished here on Camelot. So we've got 1 population, we're getting 2 food. We might want to get a governor. I'll probably do that in between episodes so that I can take a look to see who's actually available. We're growing 1.1 per month there. That is a good spot for them. We'll go there next. And it'll cost 360 to build a spaceport here. But we will want to do that, in part so that we can get the energy credits that we'll get from the spaceport itself. And there are some other modules that we can build on it later. Excuse me. Spaceports are quite expensive, though. Let's see. Anything else? I think that's probably going to be about it for this episode. We've got a couple anomalies to research. I don't know if I'll probably go do this one as well. But we do also have some debris to analyze, and we'll want to get that analyzed. See the debris there of the destroyed pirate fleet. But that'll be in the next episode. See you then, everyone.